Fall in, my fellow scout troopers, to a Napoleon Total War 3 9.0 4v4 battle replay today. Today's replay is sent to me by Anzac, who's written us a little synopsis here, so we'll read through it. Our play is the Peninsular Coalition. My allies are Prussia, Sardinia and Austria. Our enemies are Sept Isles and 3 other dreaded French armies. Our team's plan was for me to stretch out my line on the left, use my superior numbers to pin Sept Isles, and hold the attention of one of the French armies, while Prussia, Austria and Sardinia moved in from the right to overwhelm and slaughter our enemies. Now, my job is to hold the line and hold as long as I can until my allies come to my aid. Will I be able to hold in time, or will I succumb to the numbers of my enemies? Know that? Let's have a look at the map today. So we are 1813, let's pick a north. Anzac's allies today are SamJanGodro, Angry Peasant and the British Emperor. Their opponents today are Woodear, Freestorm, Dax, and Andreibolkonsky. Geez, how do you say that? Points aren't really a concern today. This is more like a deathmatch than anything else, because you can't really tell who's going to win. Because it's, well, actually, I take that back. I see a couple of points on the field today. There's a 2-pointer to the north, a 3-pointer to the south, and that appears to be that, actually. There might be points to the northeast. I'm not too sure. The blue team does control that one right now. I've already gone through all the factions today, but we'll have a look anyway. We have 1809 UK, Espana, Portugal. We have Austria. We have Sardinia, of course, usual factions. And I've already commented on Prussia, 1806. He's around here somewhere. There he is. Let's have a look at him. 1815 it says. Huh. I thought it said 1806. My eyesight must be fading. French here, I can't tell. Yeah, that's one of the things I was warned about too. You can't really see the enemy's cards when you hover over them anymore in 9.0. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not, or I think I was told they did that deliberately to make it sort of more difficult for the opponents to gauge what they have. So you got to be a bit more careful in your approach. So they've made the game a bit more difficult than it was before, I suppose, in that context. So, moving up, looking at it, we've got artillery already firing up from the French or Sept. Sept does have a few skirmishes, I am told. French do have some decent cav here. Let's have a look at this. These mid-tier dragoons, these appear to be mid-tier, looking at them. Uniform does seem familiar. This looks like the general. Yeah, that's got to be the general. No general there. I can't really display the flags the same way anymore. Maybe I can for the team that sends me the replay or posts the replay. Not so for the other armies unless they send me that detail. So let's just gauge the battlefield, hey? So we know Anzac is in charge of the left flank. That much is clear. That's what we do know so far. We've seen a few of the French troops come into view. The French have also set up a few artillery batteries up here, it would seem. And they are trying to hammer the Austrian cavalry. Looks like Sept is trying to be sneaky, but why is he moving up? Is he just trying to see where Anzac is? Potentially he could be going for an arty strike, but Anzac is set up well. Only a heavy cav unit might be able to get that far without breaking. A light tier cav unit, that's a roll of the dice, really. And with supporting cav nearby, well, it all depends. I have seen players charging cavalry before and take out artillery, even with cav nearby. It all depends on whether or not the player can get his cav to protect his artillery in time. Because if he's not paying attention, then he'll lose it straight away. As I am painfully aware. And there's a certain somebody starting with J reminds me all the time, and he takes it out. He always laughs at that. One of these days I will crush him, and when I do, I will never let him hear the end of it. So, French is getting close. We might actually do a small cut. Sardinia's falling back. Sardinia's moving up all these troops here. A bit of a gamble moving up his army like this, so close together. With artillery firing in this direction, I mean, the cannonballs have just hit the ground less than 100 meters from where these troops are at least. If he gets a decent shot, then he's going to lose at least 20, 30, maybe even 50 if it's a good hit. Be careful. Howitzers, mostly a light show, but a direct hit can get a few kills. We just don't often see a direct hit, but when we do, it's actually pretty memorable. A howitzer hit, so, you know, let's roll the dice. Sometimes every move you make in NTW3 can be a roll of the dice. If you pull it off, you look like an absolute legend. If you fail, you look like an absolute idiot. So, you know, be prepared for both outcomes, I suppose. Now, Austria morale's taking a beating. That's not too surprising.
Yes, sir.
Took out 5 horses there.
We have
These
killed
things.
their general.
Oh, what the hell?
Now they must break.
Jeez, check out the size of these bad boys. At least 12 pounders. They look like 18 pounders. These cannons are huge. Oh, here comes Austria. He's moving to take him out. They might be doing canister shot. It looks like he's trying to lumber up. Now that's just weird. It's not like France didn't see him coming. Hang on. Is that right? The artillery crew is fine. Yeah, I did read about this, or I was also told about this too. When you're lumbering up, it can make a unit invincible, as it were, and that would appear to be the case because I didn't see him lose a single soldier. Did any of you guys there? Now, you can't blame the French guy for that. He saw the Austrians coming and he figured he'd try and get his artillery out of there. Wasn't sure if they were going to charge in or not, so I won't hold that against him at all. It was just timing that worked in your favour, I guess. But it is a little bit strange. Morale there's a bit shaky. But, I thought when our artillery was gone for good and the stakes were behind it, I was just thinking, oh monsieur, we put the stakes in the wrong direction. But no, he walked away with that unscathed. Very nice. And with artillery that powerful, jeez. Any cav unit caught in the crossfire is going to get hammered to oblivion. Now we are so close to an engagement with these guys. Not too far from each other right now. The French cavalry though is hovering a little bit further back from the line. And again, I can't tell if it's a squareable or not. Yeah, see, that makes it extra hard. I mean, before you could actually tell if a unit was squareable, so if you were charging in or not. You had your mouse hovering over that halt button, or to click away as soon as you saw that unit form a square, but when you charge in, you won't know until you get right on top of them. Hopefully a player that you're charging at is a bit squeamish and presses it too soon, so you know you've got time to pull out without losing too many cav, if any. But that's definitely something you need to be mindful of in the future. Now we got here, jeez, this looks like a 1.5 pounder. It's a pea shooter. Now, I played in a good match this morning. Unfortunately, I don't have the replay for it, and my teammate didn't save the replay, and I don't know. I can't seem to find any other players that have it either. It was a decent replay. It turns out we won, but I crashed, and everyone just thought that I left because my army was dead. But no, I didn't. Everyone that was on the live stream with me at the time just saw me crash. That doesn't usually happen though. In the previous versions of Napoleon, that never happened. Unless I, alt-tab by mistake. So I got to be careful about that in the future. I think that might have happened because I switched channels from 1.28 to 256 Hertz. That has happened in the past when I've been doing recordings. So, I'd advise you guys, don't mess around with the Hertz of your sound if you're on a live battle. It could cause the game to glitch out. Now I've got some mid-tier dragoons versus some French dragoons, maybe. They got a decent charge in the skirmishes. Skirmishes are actually very good in 9.0, guys. You got to protect the skirmishes with your lives, I reckon. I was playing the skirmishes today, and they were doing phenomenally well against 3 infantry units. They were taking them on and actually beating them. I was amazed that they were doing so well against 3 infantry units, just 2 skirmishes that I had with me. The accuracy is pretty good these days. Looks like we've got another charge here from the Austrians. We killed a few of the infantry there. I ended up breaking them. Some Austrian dragoons looking for a flanking charge maybe on the French here. These guys here trying to form a firing line. Austria's going to make a decision. Charge or pull out. Don't just walk into battle. They're going to fire on you. Here we go. I don't think the Austrian players are paying attention here. Mind you, I did the same thing today myself. Someone said, "Scouts, you're sending your cavalry into battle there." And I actually moved them in that direction, but I lost track of them. I was focused on... I was marking elsewhere at the time, and I forgot all about them until they were in combat. This could be the same situation. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate there, but as long as they get away, they should be able to reform. And they're at a safe distance now. He should get that unit back. He shouldn't lose too many, well, any more there. That artillery is pretty accurate, actually. Firing over the heads of their own troops. We've got some French cavalry here coming in for a surgical strike, going after the arty. We've got some cavalry protecting it, but they're not moving into taking them out. Oh, they broke just in time, but this is where communication is key, fellas. You've got to be watchful for that. You should always consider the artillery as the heart of your army. It can get you out of a tight spot when it's looking like you're facing defeat. Artillery is one of the things that can save you and turn a battle around. So do what you can to protect it. Okay, we've got Prussia moving up. We've got Austria too moving in for a flanking charge, it would seem. And we've got Sardinia. As we said, the armies were moving right. But we've got France here just in front of Sardinia. This might put a crink in the blue team's plan to try and force the enemy back to wrap around and form a perimeter. Almost like a semicircle that compresses their enemy closer together towards the left side of the map. Sardinia, it would seem, is going to try and take on this French army and a couple of Sept forces by himself. Now Sardinia has a lot of cav in play here. And he charged us with some French infantry. He took out a few of them. Looks like he's going to make in for another charge. Yep, he's made the call. He's going in again. These guys could form square. I don't know if he needs to pull out there because he was already in the battle. He was already in the fight, you know. Yeah, whoever this artillery belonged to, potentially the French, means they're permanently anchored here now. Whereas France has found himself sandwiched between Austria and Prussia. And he's trying to pull out now. He's got to pull out. But we've got Prussia and Austria closing in. Looking at the speed of their movements, France does have some time here to pull out. He's got to hope some of his allies from another French army appears here to his left.
Our general is under attack.
That could potentially force the Austrians back. Let's see, the Austrians, they're closing in fast, very fast. They're running, okay, that's why. Yeah, he's trying to get in close so he can shoot them as long as possible in the back. Unfortunately, Prussia didn't move in with him. They're running now too. Careful, guys. Now we've got Artie in place. Looks to be a 6-pounder. They probably should bayonet charge. You can't be this close to an artillery. It's a cardinal sin. And you're going to find out why. Let's have a look. Whoop! Oh, no! There you go. Oh, he went to cannonball. Nah, that was canister shot. We saw a lot more troops fall for sure. Now we've got some chevaliers coming in. We got cavalry from France to protect it. There's a lot of cavalry for France. Oh, they killed some of their own troops there. Given that that's French cav, it probably will break the Austrians. Hopefully this unit can form square here or it's going to be in trouble too. Looks like France have ripped through the Austrian centre. You gotta hold your fire, dude. You're killing your own men. Well, Prussia is closing in. Austria doesn't want to give up. He's sending in more cav. Other troops are moving in now as well. Artillery swinging around. They're going to fire at the main line now. Come over here. Jeez, what's going on? Yeah, okay. He disembarked the artillery. Now he's trying to... I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's going to try and lumber up. Potentially. No, forces are leaving the arty behind. Hey, the Austrians have forced him away from the artillery. That only serves Austria. Okay, now he's moving back. Now, Austria here has the troops. This unit here on the left should be immediately charging at that artillery. These other units should need to be moving in now as well in case France tries to send these units to support the artillery and save it from this one. That way these three can take out those 3 units and then move on the artillery after that. That should be his plan. No, France is charging in his back. And he lost 2 units there. Oh, go for broke, Austria. Just charge in, mate. Prussian forces here being beaten back. France here has definitely fought himself out of a tight spot. Prussia sending in more cav. This unit's faring a bit better.
Our men are running.
I thought they were doing okay. You can see the odd skirmish because of the infantry and the cavalry. Okay, some Anzac cav then being beaten back. We've got French cavalry charging into some unsuspecting Anzac cavalry left behind, and skirmishes as well. Got some flanking fire there. It should be enough. The skirmishing though needs to move up. Anzac's under a bit of pressure now on his left flank. Now as soon as you can't form a square, Anzac might be able to turn this flank around. No, okay, this unit can form a square. But he did manage to get in there and actually take out a section of the square before that formed. Look at all the French casualties. It really looks like Anzac has fared a lot better, or at least some units have. Seeing some casualties here. Hell of a line battle for sure. Now Sept is using his skirmishers. Prussia's here is pulling back. Can't handle it. Meanwhile, Austria and Prussia are doing their best here against France. Sardinia. Sardinia's doing pretty darn well. Jeez, this is a massive square. Look at this. Not bad. Okay, square just broke. We've got Sardinia cav charging in. A lot of cav charging in. Looks like he's managed to mass chain wrap the entire French force here. Jeez, he did that quickly. It might be because the French units here, this was maybe the French army lost their general at the start. Geez, Sardinia's done exceptionally well. He's already finished off his opponent. Now, these French forces here, they've definitely done a good belting to Prussia and Austria. Anzac's holding his own. Prussia here is just holding on.
Our men are running, sir.
These guys here need to hold until Sardinia arrives. So now it's all on these guys. The remnants of Austria, Prussia, and UK, Portugal. Now, French lines here collapsing. Being hammered here from the flank. Caçadores. Line infantry. Anzac has this area under control. He'll be able to move forward and outflank the French and Sept Isles line pretty soon. The artillery might cause him some grief. This French player should just try to save what he can. I know it's not much. He probably won't get up very far before all his units break, but he might be able to save 6. If he peels back and forces Anzac to follow him with his forces from this direction here, it could make it easier for the French artillery to get more direct hits here on Anzac's army and deal some effective casualties.
Our men are running, sir.
Sept is trying to save his skirmishers. And the Lancers didn't complete their task, unfortunately. Sardinia is at least 10-15 minutes away. It's a long march. Where's Austria going? Prussia needs his help. He's still got his general alive. Prussia would be faring better right now if Austria was here. Now, Austria might have been told to fall back to the village here. I'm not sure if that was the plan or not. Maybe the players can explain that one in the comment section below. So, you know, I don't want to jump on Austria only to find out later on that that was the plan all along. So, you know, I'll reserve judgment until that's confirmed. But I think Prusse would be faring much better if Austria was here on his right. Anzac better hurry up and curve his left flank around. He's getting outflanked now by Sept. You know, looks like some of his units here form pike. Oh no. Didn't form pike. These units here need to form a firing line with this bayonet charge, the bastards. There you go. That helps. You just can't see. You want to see how much cav they have left. Anzac was looking so comfortable here 5 minutes ago. It's incredible how quickly Sept and France have managed to turn things around here very quickly. Come on, Sardinia. Gotta hurry up. Now he's moving as fast as he can, guys. He can't run. If he runs, he's going to exhaust his troops. When they get here, they'll fire slower, and they'll more likely they'll break under any pressure. So now Sardinia wants to get here as fast as he can. He just can't without risking exhausting his army. Now, given the range of these troops, it might be a good time for Anzac to switch to canister shot. At this range, they are pretty close by, and these are skirmishes, so this artillery piece is in trouble, guys. Cannonballs aren't going to do it. But he's firing cannonballs anyway. I guess he should be fortunate these guys aren't firing. Maybe they're exhausted and they're just taking their time, I don't know. Sardinia sent up his cav ahead of the army to try and provide some advanced help. Almost took out the general. So close. Hopefully they bring back the cards there for the enemies. Sardinia cav mowed over these guys. one second the unit was there, the next minute they're basically all on the ground. They just mowed them down. Like they would in real life. That was actually a nice realistic charge right there. Let's see if they can replicate it. Yep. Very nice. Sept's pulling back. You think Sept would want to set up a firing line while the French troops are being attacked, so that way he'd be ready to receive the Sardinia cavalry. So Freestorm there just went down. Okay, Sept just lost his general. Sept is one of the lower tier factions, doesn't have the best morale, and now because he lost his general, Sept might easily snap like a toothpick. Sardinia has really taken control of this fight here. Basically ripped the spine out of Sept. Now I think it's only a matter of time before France and Sept Isles here succumb. I mean, he'll definitely be wiped out once Sardinia arrives, but now because of what he's done already, I think Anzac and Prusse here can take control of this fight and defeat these guys long before Sardinia arrives with the rest of his army. Got another cav unit coming in, some Draguni. Yeah, Sardinia just has his cav all through Sept's ranks. But he's falling back. Maybe he's just trying to take out all these troops as they're running away.
We have killed their generals.
Just keep up the pressure.
Now they must break.
Okay, got wiped out in the cav charge. Now Sardinia again. That was Andrei's general there. Okay. The glory of NTW3 cav, eh? And they're on, they're on. France here trying to find some sort of fallback position, but given this open plain, he has nowhere he can really go. It's probably in France's interest here to turn around and fight. I mean, the only reason this fight's dragging on properly is because he's not turning around to face
Our
him.
men are running for.
As soon as he does, they break. Almost instantly, yeah. Anzac certainly did a bit better than he would have. And France just charged straight into it. Yeah, so Denis is going to move in, charge down the last of the French units. They're just taking out the stragglers. Making sure they don't reform. I expect big kill counts here for Sardinia. We have 5, maybe 6 French units in play. 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 cavalry, including the general. Okay, yeah, they're exhausted. They're running, but they're exhausted. The cav just needs to rest up a bit.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a bit.
We're a little bit faster now. Maybe they got spooked by the artillery.
Must rest a while.
I don't know if Sardinia has a cav here to finish off France. He might. We'll see. Anzac should probably charge in. I mean, Sardinia's already taken out the arty, or is already in the artillery's ranks.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
We've got more cav coming in. Heavy cav. Moving to take out the last of the generals. There you go, these guys are taking out the French infantry. French general's gone. This is the last unit on the field. And we have 32 minutes left on the clock. And this French cav is putting up a bit of a fight. But it looks like they're finished, and it looks like we are finished here today. And we got a victory. So, we had SamJanGodro with the Prussian army there on 485 kills. Anzac, 1465. Angry Peasant, 1440. British Emperor, Sardinia, 2214. Expected great things, and he delivered. We had Woodear here, 1011. Freestorm, 459. Dax, 275. And Andreibolkonsky, 1362. Very nice. Okay, Anzac's kills range from 197. 2 units only getting 100 though. The rest range from 87 to nothing. Great battle there. So if you guys want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via private message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in and replay your post on the NTW3 Discord as well. This is Mika from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you guys in the next Total War battle.